Our Angeline McCall joins us now after learning more about the members of the Jewish community who were targeted today. Angeline?
Kyle, we know that 6 people were burned, injured as part of this attack, and we know one of them is a Holocaust survivor. One of her friends tells me that she is the kind of woman that goes around to different synagogues and churches, sharing her life experience and always trying to do what's good and what's right, and that's why she was out there today. Now, we spoke with a man named Omer, and he is also a leader. He was leading the march here this afternoon, and he says that the man who threw these Molotov cocktails, well, he believes that they were targeted and that they were scouted out, and this man knew exactly the route they were going to take as well.
What happened today that someone waited for us over there, targeted our group. I've been waiting and prepare Molotov cocktail and gasoline to attack us.
Now, Omer says that he saw 5 people who were burned and that but we do know from Boulder police that there are 6. Now, because the Molotov cocktail was sort of thrown at the ground and the fire spread onto their legs, his main concern at that time was pulling people out of the fire. He also says that he wants people to know that the people who show up to this march are dedicated. They do this in the rain, the snow, always keeping it peaceful. They've been doing it since 2023 to spread awareness about the hostages held in Gaza.
No one can act in violence, and I think maybe this is my message, because this is terrifying and people got burned, severely burned, and their life changed forever. They will be angry and people will, take it personally, and I understand, but we need to always remember our values, and our values is not violence.
As you heard him say, their values are not violence. That's why they've stayed peaceful, and they have also tried to limit their interactions with any kind of hecklers as well while they've been doing this week to week. He also wants to say, we asked him, would you go back out next week given all that this happened and also given your experience? And he said, as far as he's concerned, the hostages are still being held, and that's their main purpose of why they're out here, so he would go back out. But right now, the organization itself across the country has paused marches to assess security. Kyle, Jenny.
Angeline, as you point out, or as he mentioned to you, Boulder's like a lot of communities where there's going to be a variety of different viewpoints about what's going on in Gaza right now, and it's not unusual to have speech met by opposing speech, but speech met by sudden violence is just an entirely different thing.
Entirely different, and even when we were doing our interview with Omer, he said everyone's entitled to their opinions. What we are here to do is to keep things peaceful, and no one deserves hate, no one deserves violence, and that's what unfolded out here in Boulder today. And people are very seriously hurt, and we don't know yet what is going to happen to one or a few of them who are very severely injured from this.
That's right. And Angeline, the other point we make here is this wasn't the first or the second or the third weekend they were out there. This has been weeks and weeks in multiple cities around our metro. And even witnesses have said they have seen some of the same people out there week by week, that this was a known group on that mall every weekend. Yeah. Angeline, thanks for your reporting tonight.